Hello, during my visit to Tokyo a few months ago, I witnessed an intriguing scene. At a busy intersection, a large screen displayed a trailer for the latest Toho Godzilla film, Godzilla Minus One. People suddenly stopped, collectively gazing at the captivating preview. Godzilla's fanbase is notably strong worldwide, especially in the United States. In Japan, Godzilla's homeland, the iconic monster enjoys immense love. With November here, I eagerly await the movie's release. Meanwhile, I thought it would be a good idea to create a Toho-style Godzilla diorama, deviating from my usual Hollywood-inspired versions. After all, I'm a huge fan of Big G. Hey there, I'm TrungX from Team AmazingTrungX. You're watching our latest video about Godzilla Minus One, and I've titled this diorama, Godzilla and the Great Wave off Kanagawa. This diorama was inspired by a composition I found on the internet, and I'm not sure who is the original artist. If you know, feel free to share the artist's name in the comments. First off, let me quickly show you the sketch of my diorama. Honestly, my rendition of Big G might not be spot on, but I'll strive to sculpt him to resemble the version from the recent film. Let's get started. This marks my first attempt at a Toho-style Godzilla, departing from my usual diorama approach. Instead of sculpting Godzilla first, I'll focus on crafting waves inspired by Katsushika Hokusai's The Great Wave off Kanagawa. I has been seeing many creations inspired by this painting on the internet. Back to our diorama, I spread clay thinly to create a 10-inch by 5-inch piece. My idea is to create a translucent wave using epoxy resin, so I sculpt the wave with a wax-based clay that softens when heated. This clay is ideal for creating patterns for silicone molds. I use aluminum foil to form the core of the waves. Then, I heat the clay, molding it around the aluminum foil core. Currently, the weather in my area is quite cold, so I have to constantly heat the clay and gradually apply it. This process takes quite a bit of time. Since these wave models will be used for casting molds, I won't sculpt them too intricately. We only need the basic shape and suitable proportions. Let's enjoy some music while watching the process. This piece of wood will serve as the base core of the base, adding thickness to the wave model. The base of the wave model is now complete. I will add lines along each wave. This is also a time-consuming stage, but I believe it will enhance the appearance of the waves in this diorama. So, let's be patient. Completed. Alright, I'm quite pleased with this wave model. What about you? Now, I'll place this model into the prepared mold. I'm using silicone from Let's Resin, a well-known brand that many of you might be familiar with. A big thank you to Let's Resin for sponsoring this high-quality silicone for us to create a satisfactory mold. If you're interested in this silicone type, click on the link in the description or check my comment. With today's weather, the silicone should dry in about 24 hours. While waiting, I'll sculpt our main character from clay. With a steel wire, we'll create the skeletal frame for Big G. It includes the spine from the neck to the tail, along with legs and arms. I'll be adjusting the size as I go. Once the desired frame is in place, I use aluminum foil and paper tape to wrap around. This also helps me save on clay. You know, clay is always more expensive than aluminum foil, right? I have to be frugal because YouTube hasn't paid me enough. So, please watch and share my videos more. I appreciate that a lot. I use small clay pieces to gradually add layers to the frame. In the initial stages of sculpting, I noticed that Toho's Godzilla doesn't differ much from Hollywood's version. A powerful body with massive legs, a giant tail, slightly smaller head and arms. The back always captivates viewers with sharp spikes turning blue when Big G unleashes its atomic breath. These spikes have a slightly different shape than the Hollywood version, and their patterns are also unique. I can't quite describe these patterns, perhaps I should use the word wrinkled. Personally, I prefer the Hollywood version's patterns, they resemble contour lines on a topographical map. Next up, I tackled Big G's feet and hands. Not only does he boast colossal thighs, but his feet are also massive, and for a good reason. They have to support his entire body and that hefty tail, weighing tens of thousands of tons. Currently, I'm giving these beautiful feet a nail makeover. The most significant difference between Toho and Hollywood's Godzilla lies in the head and neck. This posed a considerable sculpting challenge for me. I scoured numerous images from the latest film to get it just right. Detailed work will come after sculpting Big G's full body, but I'm so enamored with these feet that I can't resist adding a meticulous layer of skin to the thighs and feet. Will you indulge my passion for these fabulous extremities? A handy tip I use is placing a thin plastic sheet over the clay surface before sculpting the intricate wrinkles on Big G's skin. If you recall, Hollywood's Godzilla had those distinctive, protruding scales covering his thighs. Toho's Godzilla, on the other hand, only has scales on his feet. I'll also be crafting wrinkled skin on his arms, with a touch of small scales on the palm. Behind his neck and on his back, besides the large and sharp spikes, there are numerous bumps. I'm not sure what to call them, so let's call them bulging blocks for now. Finally, I'll attach the iconic dorsal fins. Let's take a closer look at this guy. So, I've completed the clay sculpture of Godzilla, and this time, I went for a smaller scale, which took quite a bit of time for intricate detailing. I filmed this video using my old phone, which tends to run out of battery frequently, and there were several steps where I couldn't film due to the tiny details. I hope you understand the challenges I faced. Now, it's time to add color to our big G. I'll start by applying a black base, followed by a gray layer on his skin. This color palette resembles Hollywood's Godzilla. He's going to look fierce and formidable. For the dorsal fins, I'll use a shade of blue to make it seem like he's preparing to unleash a tsunami. Coloring is done. I'll showcase this guy for your comments and feedback. I'm going to take a short nap, and when I wake up, the silicone should be dry, giving us a high-quality mold made by the silicone from the resin. What a fantastic morning! My mold is ready for use. Let's start demolding it. As expected, it's perfect. Now, I'll pour epoxy resin into this mold. While waiting for the epoxy resin to dry, I'll sip on my coffee and brainstorm ideas for the next diorama. Join me as we release the wave model from the silicone mold. My concept is Godzilla standing in the middle of the ocean, facing a colossal tsunami. So, I need to carve a few holes in this wave model to accommodate Big G. Wow, it looks like snow is falling from the sky. If you're doing this at home, make sure to wear a mask as per safety guidelines. In the final step, I'll enhance the realism of these waves by using cotton soaked in epoxy resin. This is my favorite method for creating foamy waves. Alright, let's see the final result together.